Album Concept Hour. The Album Concept Hour. It's the Album Concept Hour.
Welcome to the Album Concept Hour. My name is Brad LeBaron, and I am here as your host, as I always am. And we have our guests, or our co-host, Dave over there. What's going on, Dave?
Yo, I'm just lounging here.
Welcome back. Welcome
What's
back.
What's up?
We when we last left our podcast, we did Drive By Truckers Southern Rock Opera, and today we are doing Baroness. Green and yellow. Why, you may ask? Well, there's a certain team that's doing pretty good in a certain league. They might go to the big game.
So soccer team?
Yeah, some kind of footy team.
Nice.
I think I've heard
Footy ball,
yeah, something like that.
foosball,
foosball.
Foosball.
But no, we're covering a beautiful album that me and my friend and my co-host here, Nate and Maney, has brought to the table. And this one we go way back with. This one was like, I think one of the first albums you probably showed me of like music that you like,
Yeah.
like we were like hanging out and stuff, but like,
Yeah.
you like were like the first of my friends to hear this album. So like you had it on like vinyl and you would play it a lot when
I'd bring it over. You were living, like, eventually I would end up living with you and Reese, and so we had roommates together, and
Yes.
we would play a lot of records in our common area and like
Yes.
share our musical taste. And
such
this
as
is one of the ones I brought.
Wu-Tang
Yeah.
and Baroness
Yeah.
and Earthless.
And
Remember
Earthless,
that Earthless
yeah.
one was really good too.
And a lot of it was vinyls. Yeah. A lot of it was vinyl that me and this other guy, Reese, that has been on the podcast before, have
Yes.
brought to the table. But other people would bring over their records, and like
your
you guys
former
had some,
co-host.
Yeah, my former co-host on
on
WSUM.
Yeah, the Witching Hour.
Yeah, the Witching Hour.
Yeah. If you've been listening to this podcast long enough, you've heard about the Witching Hour. So this album we go way back with this album, and we're really, really excited to talk about it. And it's got a special place for us. But before we get to all that, let's find out what everyone is listening to lately and all that. Oh crap! For me, I don't have a playlist this week for Music League. I actually have to come up with one. Come to think of it,
Come up with the playlist?
come up with a playlist. Yeah. I wonder if I can find out. Why don't one of you go first? I'm going to find out what the playlist is this week, and we can talk about that. What about you, Dave? What have you been jamming on?
So, got a lot of things have been spinning around. For heavy rotation, the last week or two has been Tony Sly, a lot of his acoustic solo albums. I'm trying to remember. He used to front. I think I'm blanking. I was going to look up. I think it's No Use for a Name, a punk band.
Okay.
And then he did as time went on, he kind of did just a lot of acoustic solo stuff, and they're just friggin-tastic. Probably my favorite one is the 12. I think it's called 12 Song Program.
Okay.
Just fantastic.
A 12-song program. I get it now.
Then a lot of Slow Dive, a lot of Lemonheads, lots of. There's been Ramones and Clash in the mix, and there's one more. Oh, Replacements! Just another heavy rotation of Replacements again the last few weeks. So that's what I got going on.
Keep replacing replacements with more replacements.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it works.
Yeah. Nice. All right. That sounds like a good mix of songs and music. What about you, Nate? You been jamming on anything specific?
Well, the last like 3 or 4 months, I've been listening to a lot of this album, by Blood Incantation, called Absolute Elsewhere.
Absolute Elsewhere.
It's this like sci-fi concept album that we should I would like to do on the podcast at some point if possible. But
is this connected to the DC Absolute universe?
No,
Okay.
actually,
Okay.
but it's so I don't know exactly how to describe it right now. Maybe it's for the best because the The first half and the second half are basically like two. The first one is called the Stargate, and the second one is I
Ooh.
can't remember the next one is, but and then it's divided by tablets, so that's like tablet 1, tablet 2, tablet 3.
Ooh.
Yeah, the second song on the album has
Hold on, is this something that should be on the list?
I feel like you should put it on the list.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
okay.
people are loving it.
Yeah.
It's a renowned death metal album of the last. It's like it's basically this new genre of like cosmic death metal.
I like cosmic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that usually brings out some cool sounds.
Yeah. So that's been the main band and album I've been listening a lot of, and I just love that album. And it's great for like heavy music's great for working out. And then other
Oh
than
yeah,
that,
definitely.
so I recently, this is related to music, I swear, but I recently bought a new car. I got a Nissan Leaf, and
Mm.
I like programmed all the radio stations, and I noticed that since I hadn't been listening to radio in a long time, I was like, oh, WPR, and they just like always play classical music, and like that's my default when I get into my car now. It's just like
Yeah.
whatever classical music. So I've been listening to a lot of classical recently, actually. Whatever, or maybe not necessarily classical, but like
Yeah.
music that's composed, like composers made it, and it's
Yeah.
a certain ensemble of instruments or whatever.
Right. Yeah. Generally,
That
they're
kind of
playing.
music.
Generally, they're
Orchestral.
playing classical.
It's good
but
for road rage.
Mhm.
great for
Yeah.
road rage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have
Yeah,
zero rage on the road right now. I'm the person now that gets road raged at. 'Cause now that I'm driving an electric vehicle, I'm like, gotta use my regenerative brakes, and I gotta make sure that I go slow so I don't use all my energy. So I'm like, fuck it. I was on the highway going to Fond du Lac, and I was like going like 60, 65, and people
Oh,
were passing
man.
me. But I don't care. Like
As long as you're in the right lane.
Yeah, I was in the right lane, yeah, so-
fuck it. Just
the
don't-
right lane, which is the left lane. No, I'm just kidding. You gotta box those people in. No.
Yeah, I should have been more specific.
Yeah,
Correct lane.
The right lane is the
Yeah.
right lane.
If you're in the left lane, match the speed that's the person in the right lane. That makes
Yeah.
everything so much better.
That's
I
yeah.
guess,
If you
yeah.
can actually be parallel and
Yeah.
like just stay next to each other, that's
Yeah.
actually what everyone likes the
That's
most.
great for mileage.
Yeah. But as far as me, I've been I don't have anything to jam on yet. We're building the playlist in my little music league playlist corner, and the prompt this week is have we had a song about, or what was it? Have we had a sad song round? I think we need one. Actually, sad and mad would be fun one. So
Sad and mad.
sad and mad is what we're trying to put together, I guess. So any ideas for sad and mad? I was thinking maybe we were talking about Senses Fail earlier. Senses Fail is sad and mad.
Bullet for my Valentine. Tears
We
don't
can go to
fall.
some emo stuff. Yeah.
Like aggressive music, but sad lyrics. How do you
sad
want to
and
play it?
mad. Sad and mad. It says boo hoo ha ra. I think is what it says here. Boo hoo ha ya is what the round is called.
I'm not kidding though when I say, because like it's a callback to earlier during the listen through when I think I mentioned something about you were talking about Senses Fail, and I thought
Yeah.
But seriously, he's like, tears don't fall, they crash around me. And he's like, he's sad, but I don't know. You don't have to put that on there. It's trash, but
Yeah.
Metallica 1.
IMO. I'm
Metallica
sorry,
1. Okay.
in my opinion.
Ooh, sad and mad. Yeah. They can do that. They do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad and mad.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about like The Used and My Chemical Romance and
Oh, what about
all those guys.
Fuck. What about
Oh, My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be bad.
Who's the rapper he's white and he's
Eminem.
fat and he's not Jelly
Action
Roll.
Bronson.
Action Bronson.
Yeah.
He's white and he's fat. Like,
That's pretty much all you need.
Yeah, he's got that song Baby Blue.
Oh, that's a good one.
That might be a sad and mad.
Oh,
That's a really good sad and
yeah,
mad.
that's a sad and mad.
Why you gotta act like a bee when I'm with you? That's a good song. Oh, you're
And it's
getting
got
a
a good
copyright
verse.
struck for that shit.
It got a good verse by Chance the Rapper. It's a good song. It's a
Yeah.
good song. Yeah. Future Brad, take this into consideration before you
Yeah.
submit things. But
I remember you thinking about this while we.
you only have 4 days though, so you better get to it.
Chop chop.
Chop chop. It's future Brad. Rude is what future Brad is saying in retrospect.
You don't tell me what to do,
Weird,
past Brad.
Weird. I just got like an image of a thought of a future me. Anyway,
Concept of a plan.
I got a concept of a plan. What if future Brad somehow took over right now? Like took over my body.
Well, I'm
to-
good. There's a good reason. There's probably future information we need to know. Then
That's true. That's true. There could one day be some future information that needs to be dispersed to past.
Right now,
man.
a future Dave could kick down this door and say, "You got to come with me if you want to live."
Yeah. That could and then we could create like a loop.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So we had to
like a whole Rick and Morty scene.
Yeah, we'd have to finish the loop is what we'd have to do. We were already part of the loop by the time they're in. Anyway,
So that was fun.
This album that we're talking about today, Baroness is yellow and green. We did kind of, in tongue in cheek kind of want to cover it because the Packers are doing good and we're from Wisconsin. I don't want to hear it, guys. Bears fans, I don't want to hear it. We record these episodes in advance sometimes, and this was definitely recorded before the Bears had an upset victory over the Packers in the fourth quarter and won in overtime. So, yeah, that happened. And anyway, apologies in advance for chewing in this episode. I don't know what came over me. But it's also one of our favorite albums. It's an album that me and Nate, like we said, we've had a lot of time with. We've listened to it a lot with our friends, and they've come to Madison quite a bit, and we've seen them several times. The poster right here. This has got their signatures right here from when I saw them downstairs at a
Strictly Disc.
Strictly Discs. Yep. So safe to say we are fans. But I think me and Nate are both somewhat in the same boat in the sense that like we only when we started getting ready for this realized that there's many more deep themes happening within the album than we maybe realized.
Right. I mean, when I got into Red and Blue, the first two albums, and I feel like those albums, the lyrics are a little bit more the lyrics are more thought out on Yellow and Green than those albums, and they're a little bit more storytelling to them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree that like it's like, oh, this is all about like an arc of a person going through drug addiction and recovery, and
Yeah.
with no like particular, there's no 12-step BS in there for sure, but
Right. He's
it's
just talking about his like experience or whatever.
yeah, in a like kind of poetic way. And,
Yeah.
so I guess what I was trying to say is I didn't really pay as much attention to when this album first came out. I think I was more interested in like all the musical things they were doing more so than the lyrics, and I definitely learned. I must have not noticed what I was reading or something.
Well, I think that I think maybe we both did this where like we thought it was maybe about relationships or like some other personal thing, because like the lyrics are not, I don't want to just say flowery, but like they're more poetic, they're more vague sometimes,
Right.
and more kind of up to your interpretation. And John Dyer Baizley, the main songwriter or lyric writer at least, he is very against kind of sharing some of those details. He often does not share the details of like what the songs are about, and he kind of lets people figure it out for themselves, which we appreciate.
Right. But you can definitely, I definitely think that you're right. Like we were thinking there, it just seems like there's like reading the lyrics more attentively. It seems like there's more of a through line. We did talk about how the genius notes maybe are telling. There's one primary writer on the genius notes, it seems, that maybe telling his own particular version, but there were a lot of things that I actually unironically agreed with that he said
Right.
about that stuff. So at this point, I'm leaning towards the seeing it as in that concept.
Well, there's yeah, you were saying that there's a guy in the Genius Notes that does have, like his own clear like feeling about like what this album's about. Jesse Bergen is their name. But fortunately, I do have a good thread on Reddit that I'm going to go to that's got a couple of good fan theories.
For concept, is a lot of bird concepts like swans and turkeys, or is that mostly just the artwork?
Oh, yeah. That's right. John Dyer Baizley is also a artist, a physical medium artist, and does all the artwork for Baroness, and has done their artwork and has done artwork for some other people as well. But
I will say, they as a band as a whole, they have some of the best art on their albums in the last X amount of years. It's every time I see one, I'm like, that's just gorgeous. Like your poster or anything up close, like the album itself, like an LP, like it's that's just incredible to look at.
That's what he's going for. Specifically, is he wants to go back to that kind of LP, like big art kind of format that he from like the 70s and stuff. He thinks that's like the best of both worlds because like you get all the artwork, these big, almost poster sized.
There's just something about it, like especially like the double like gatefold or anything that that or has a poster. Right? If you have that record playing and it's just in the background and you're sitting there just like I don't know. There's something I always love about that art of like those albums. You just can't get lost as the music's playing and you're just like, oh, go shit. I gotta go back to that track again. Like because you start zoning out because sometimes it's hard to like focus on two things. But I just love like a great artwork on an album.
Yeah, that's actually what initially drew me into the band. Is the Red Album was the first album that I saw of theirs, and I saw it in the CD rack or whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna get the CD, but I want the vinyl
that looks
as well.
Cool as fuck.
Yeah, that looks cool as fuck. I usually that's 100% of the time almost. Yeah, actually that. Almost 100%.
That's one of the joys of
I think,
you don't judge a book by its cover, but you kind of judge a record by its cover.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like not 100%. Like there's like the White Album or whatever, which is like a minimalist like nothing thing, but like
Spinal Tap's Black Album.
The Black Album, there's like there are these minimalist evocative ones too, but like even that is saying something.
Yeah, I think that's
Less
saying like, what if we just did nothing? They would still buy it. You fools! You'll still buy it.
You fools! You stupid fans of our music.
Consume.
But he is definitely one of the best, like artist and like painter people, like because that's the best thing is like he doesn't have to translate his idea or his themes through any other artist for you to get them across. He's got his imagery, he's got his lyrics, and his obviously his guitar and bass work. But we'll get to that. When they got together to put this album together in the studio, it was only 3 of them. So this is the only album of their discography with 3 members. And we'll get into more of that later, but why don't we get into a track? Since we got a double album we got to get through tonight.
Start with the first track.
Let's start with the first track. That's a good idea.
That is a good part to start.
That's always. I think that's a great idea.
Starting point.
So this is going to be the yellow theme, and I chose the part where it transitions into track 2 because it's a really just good transition. One of my favorite album openings, I think, in general, of like the albums that I listen to. It's one of, I think, the best like
It's up there.
Yeah, you're just so fucking pumped when that first like, it's like such a good like little snippet of what's to come.
Reminds me of like the first Mars Volta album where like it's like a minute and a half. It's like a kind of dreary little tones, and like you hear like a couple like
Oh yeah,
dun, dun.
exactly. That's a really
and when
good
it kicks
call.
off track 2, just it's like screaming. It's like
Yeah. Oh my god, that's like the exact same kind of feeling.
It's like those 2 tracks are fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. And similar vibe. I wouldn't say the same vibe, but similar approach to music making, I think.
I would agree with that.
But that we start with an instrumental though, and both the Green album or the Yellow album and the Green album have an instrumental, and there's not much I can really say just going off of the first track. Let's go to the second track.
Yes.
Yeah. The first track's kind of like more of an intro track. The Green theme's a little longer than the Yellow theme. The Green theme is a little more to say, but the Yellow theme is more like just an intro to Take My Bones Away. So here is that.
Take my bones away. I'll find them every day. I took your advice in the requisite pills. Forbidden pot from a white windowsill. Swallowing caviar, baffled his breath in my grains.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
the buzz is back. I don't know why it came back, but it seems to be back now.
It's back, baby.
It's back, baby. But
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz Aldrin's back in the lines. But yeah, let's Take My Bones Away. One of the big singles for this album, and this is where we really get to. Okay, so here's the thing. There's 2 kind of concepts we were going to talk about tonight. One is the actual concept of this album, and the other thing is the kind of remarkable story behind this song and what happened to them next. So, if you don't know already, dear listener, shortly after this was released, and they were on the tour to promote this album and everything, they had a major bus crash. They fell 40 feet or something.
Yeah, it was in Bath, England. Their bus driver, I guess, lost control of the vehicle and they fell off of a highway viaduct.
Yeah.
That was 30 feet above the next one. And no one remarkably died or anything, but
Yeah.
they had to leave the tour, and main members of the band, like John, and I think a lot of the members had injuries that they had to wait in the hospital for, and
Yeah.
John had a lot of work done, and
yeah, and it did fundamentally change the formation of the band. Already by the time Yellow and Green came out, the previous bass player had left, and then John Dyer Baizley basically took up the kind of mantle for recording purposes. It was when, let me see what the name is of the bass player.
he was
Summer Welch
Summer
left.
Welch.
Yeah, he left before Yellow and Green, and John Dyer Baizley played all the bass parts. And this is the only album, like I said, that's got a trio that recorded and did the songwriting rather than 4 or 5 piece. And yeah, it's kind of the last incarnation with original members besides John Dyer Baizley. After this, going on to Purple and Forward, he's the only original member, right?
Yeah, right now he's the only original member of the band, and yeah, I think what's interesting, we were talking about how this song,
yeah, the
Take
song
My
connects,
Bones Away,
right.
is it's probably talking about drugs, but it's funny
Right.
because they literally had to put steel and stuff in his bone, he broke his bones, and
Yeah.
we were talking about how it almost seems prophetic that he
Yeah.
sealed his own fate by saying "Take my bones away," but Maybe
Well,
that's
kind
a
of-
little.
It kind of like became part of our mythology among friends, I think.
yeah.
And among like, people that like knew about it and then knew about the song and the connection. It's like, if you don't know what the themes are or whatever, it does seem like he prophesized like, to some entity, take my bones away
yeah.
in some kind of Jobian kind of task, like,
right.
So yeah, it is for us. It was always very, very cool, kind of like, rock mythos story that we would kind of share amongst ourselves, and like, yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that whole idea that they would even have the power to like, summon this
Yeah.
horrible thing.
But then they, of course, overcame it and all that, and then Purple was kind of like, well, that's interesting because this is all about like drugs, and like Purple is like,
A bit of a relapse.
yeah, a bit of a relapse, and like
Yeah.
this song is actually probably more about drugs, right? It's
Yeah. So our mythology aside, with the whole, the bus accident, tragedy, and how it's oddly prophetic. The first half of this album, Yellow, is largely about addiction. And I think I do definitely agree with Jesse Bergen on Genius.com that it is mostly about addiction on Yellow. However, there's some people that think that this could be like a kind of war or battle theme going on throughout the album. So yeah, I'm interested
Maybe
to
it's
kind of
both.
look for that.
Yeah.
I see that more in the second
it's
half.
a personal war on drugs.
Yeah, well, I see that more in the like on the second half. There's some things where it could be like war related,
Yeah.
but not as much in the first half.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have yeah, what was the plan here? I can't seem to stop pissing and spitting from bottom to top, picking up viscera, tendons, and broken remains. So he's kind of in a bad place. Oh yeah, the second verse here. I took your advice on the requisite pills and forbidden pies from white windowsills, swallowing caveats, Bahamut's breath, and migraines. So just trying to like find whether it be pharmaceutical drugs or whether it be like forbidden drugs or like actual like street drugs or something to deal with his pain. He's still, he's still not having a good time.
Hurting. He's hurt.
He's hurting. Yeah, I don't know. It's really, really good intro to the album. Any other thoughts on?
Well, there's also that lyric there. Why was your mouth beginning to foam? Did I tell you don't come home? I wonder if he's expressing, kind of like regret there of like, did I tell you don't come home? I think of like times when I've had fights where I say something to a loved one that I maybe was like more strong than I actually believe. And then you're like, you can't really take that back. And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
right.
I don't know. That's kind of how I'm seeing that too. But yeah. Not to get too funny
No.
either, but I was gonna say not to get too funny either, but I was also saying how a dog.
Oh yeah.
Foams
This
in
was
the mouth.
No,
This
what
was
the,
about- this
yeah,
could-
a dog can foam in the mouth, but
Yeah,
they can
that's true.
also you
Don't
take their
come
bones
home.
away.
Yeah, pissing and
they're gonna
spitting
find
from
him every
bottom
day.
to top, picking
Yeah.
up viscera, tendons, and broken remains.
Yeah, you
I think
lead
you
the
might-
way, I'll follow.
Oh my god.
Take my bones away,
Hold
I'll
on.
find them every day.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I just had a thought.
Doggos.
If this is about a dog, maybe it's like him feeling like a dog.
Yeah, it could
Like
be.
feeling like he is
Right.
like,
Mhm.
less than a man
Yeah.
because of his addiction and stuff.
Right. That could be. Yeah.
Don't
But
come
he'll
home.
find them every day, no matter what. He's gonna find them.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. God, you might be right about that. It's like addiction through the eyes of a dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Definitely what John Dyer Baizley was intending. I like that though. I think that's not bad.
I don't think it's a bad. Yeah.
Let's see. Lyrics are of the POV of an addict struggling to get clean. He seems to talk to another. See, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Jesse Bergen, if I could say just one thing about your the way you write, you're saying stuff as if this is what it's about and this is what it is. You know, you could say like it could be about this. You know
There's
what I
a
mean?
lot
You
of
could phrase it a
genius-
little.
There's a lot of genius annotations I feel that are like that though, where they're like,
They're very like authoritative.
yeah,
Like they definitely know.
maybe we need to start. Maybe I, in general, should
I
go
do-
on for our bands.
yeah.
We like you could go on there
Yeah.
for like King Gizzard and just
Yeah.
say shit. Whatever.
Well, it's weird. Like if you're just the first one to like put a note there, like
Yeah, right,
your
then-
word is law
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
It's very strange.
Yeah,
Because like I think that Jesse Bergen here has done most of the discography.
Yeah.
Of
Oh, okay.
Baroness. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
He
is
needs
from
a
my addiction to
competitor.
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
yeah. He needs a competitor.
Yeah, you
maybe.
need someone else to be commenting on the Baroness. Yeah.
But no, yeah, it was just joking around. But yeah, definitely. There definitely could be the dog metaphor there of like, yeah, like he's broken and beaten like
Yeah.
a mangy dog in a way,
It
and
definitely fits.
but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, I have a little bit here that I don't know if you knew this, Nate, but at the beginning of March to the Sea, if you listen really closely,
Oh, yeah,
you can hear him say,
You got
Alan,
this,
you
Alan."
got this, man.
yeah, that
Yeah, here's that.
that's kind of
Here's that. Hold on. But in the actual mix, it's very, very quiet. I never knew that it was there. until,
Right, yeah.
I did
It's-
preparation for this.
kind of sad because he's since passed away. Yeah,
right. You were saying, oh
so
my
it's
God.
almost like there's like
that is.
there's an eternal call to his friend, and like he had known Alan for I think he was in the band, the other person in the band the longest other than John at that point.
Mhm.
And I think they were in the Savannah scene, they would have been like at the same like basement shows that like Mastodon was going to, and like Kylesa and a lot of these,
Yeah.
there's like this sludge movement. And
Well, it's interesting. Like we just talked
part of
about
that.
Southern Rock Opera by Drive-By Truckers, which is like this kind of historical background for that area of the United States. And this is like a brand new, completely different scene that also still has like, love for the Southern sound and all that.
Right.
So yeah, really, really cool. I don't know. I imagine if you're listening to the episodes in order, that's a cool connection. You know what I mean? But this next track we got for you guys is another one of the big singles of the album, March to the Sea. That guitar part is really iconic, I think. Ding, ding. It's like yeah, it is kind of a march, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it's not like your typical march, but it does have some elements of a actual march.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's a dirge, but it feels it's definitely about their.
Yeah.
We'll talk about how it's about their friend who passed away.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can just say that it's about their
We'll
friend.
talk about it
who-
right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's talk about it right now because I'm talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're talking about it.
Yeah. Now we're talking about it.
I don't know why we chose this really dark thing to joke about. But his friend did
Stuck
pass.
the landing.
Stuck the landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always tactful here at the Allen
Yeah.
Concept Tower. But no, it is seriously though, the sea allegory in general in at least this half of the album is very, very representative of addiction. And, that's, one of the kind of metaphors often used for addiction is getting, drowning in it and, it pulling you down and you not being able to get back to, get a breath of fresh air or whatever, you know what I mean? And so that's kind of the allegory he's using throughout the Yellow. And in this case, it was a friend. And I think so it starts, one of the first things he mentions is Valium. You left me all alone. Tell me when I will be whole again. And then the next chorus, it says, "Sweet morphine, you've taken all of me. Let me know when you will let me go." So like it's a progression, from the prescription drug for pain to the morphine, the harder prescription drug for pain. Then finally, in the last chorus, "Heroin, where did you take my friend? Tell me why those ropes are hanging high." So it's really, I never looked at the lyrics. Like I had no idea what the chorus said. I was just like, "Well, let me all," like I was completely missing any of the finer points of this very very thoughtful, meaningful song.
I had come to this band from my appreciation of guitar and guitar harmonies and that like Thin Lizzy Queen kind of sound in the fuzz and the guitars. But so like, yeah, maybe I just didn't really. I was like, yeah, this is a song about a guy who died of an overdose, and it's really sad, isn't
Yeah.
it? And I just kind of like didn't really pay. But yeah, it's pretty poetic, and I feel like
Yeah.
I always wondered what you meant by "you tucked your fingers in between my troubled bones," and I'm wondering if he's talking about like shooting up together.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe because like you're just
Yeah.
putting your fingers in,
Yeah.
and yeah, maybe he's talking about somebody who he did opioids
Well, yeah, and then
with, and
then the next thing he's
he
like,
got rid of his addiction, and his friend died.
yeah, and what you did was next was second to none. You really let us down. You tied yourself up and jumped in the sea, never to come home.
Right, like somebody who just got lost in the addiction
Yeah,
completely.
yeah, and then went too far finally one time, and that's
Right.
all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, addiction is not fun, people.
Yeah.
And
And I think me and
hard.
Brad have both known. I mean, I'm secondhand.
Right.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
one person
We
who
have
died of an overdose.
right.
Well, I know. I mean, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he was into opiates, but
Yeah.
yeah,
More poverty got him, but
yeah, that's true.
but yeah, we do have a mutual friend though that was fortunate enough to get past this,
Right.
and not become a casualty of it.
Still very thankful that he's
Yeah.
here.
So yeah, but there's some people that aren't as lucky.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's a dark album.
It's a
but-
dark album. We're gonna. Yeah, I should have. Not spoiler alert.
Content warning.
Content warning. Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Dark
Addiction.
content ahead.
Oh my god, guys. Yeah. Let's keep making light of it. This next track we got for you is "Little Things."
Do you?
I
So
wish I could get the whole solo.
I know that
It's
solo is so
it's such
great.
a good solo. Double guitar. I'm a sucker for double guitar solos. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say before we talk about the lyrics specifically, just for the vocals and the sound on this song,
Yeah.
it almost sounds slightly off a little bit, but in a way that works. Like
Almost like a swing.
like no, I'm saying like the key
Like
almost.
one chord off, or
Like
Oh, okay.
yeah, like one. It's
Maybe I bet that. I mean, if it's like that, that's definitely intentional because everything
yeah,
they do seems to be intentional.
right. It's almost like
I mean,
Yeah.
everything's a little out of line with it being in this addiction state,
right.
too.
Yeah.
Things are discordant.
Yeah, a little discordant in some parts, and the vocal and like, yeah, he's doesn't have like the greatest range at this point, in his career, but he definitely I think was using. There's this is when I start to feel like there's almost like an emo tinge to like, when I think of emo. When I say emo, I'm saying it like. I got the attitude to my voice, if that makes sense.
You're talking about
He's-
Bright Eyes?
You're a greasy little thing like that. This is the first time when I
Oh, you
heard-
were you like going to realize that what it was kind of getting into more so than
and
just
like
your enjoyment of
I'm
it?
just like I was thinking like just the way that this is sung on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this
No,
point.
no, no.
but-
This is, but this is a really, I think this is a really insightful one about addiction. It's like it's kind of like him talking to the addiction or the drug, you know, because like there's a lot of this like accusation, like you lied about everything, you greasy little thing. You'll scream before you sing. You make a lot of noise.
You
Oh, yeah.
lied about everything.
Yeah, and now they've taken everything. Now you're playing enemy. This is thought controls. It's kind of like, in my opinion, like describing like a toxic, abusive relationship that he has with these drugs. And you know, of course, that's him telling himself that these are good drugs and it's fine.
Yeah, it could also
But-
be. It could. I was just to add really quick that it could also be like him in denial about maybe people in his life that are telling him that he has this problem, and he could also like. There's that aspect too. He could be like saying maybe you're
Yeah.
lying, or like you're. This is thought control. You're trying to control what I do with my body, or something. I mean, that's yeah.
Kind of like talking to someone like in kind of defiance that is trying to tell them like something good.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. But anyway,
Well, verse 2, I mean, I got with the program. I tried to fall in line, so maybe
Yeah.
try
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
kick it at some, or try
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. Oh, and then this line,
Mhm.
I wish I was drowning, then I could watch you burn. I thought that was an interesting thing. You know, I think that Jesse Bergen also thought this, but um, the idea that maybe like, you know, if he drowned, then the addiction would die. He could kill it, you know.
Mhm.
I could watch you burn, you being the addiction.
Mhm.
Because he hates the addiction and he wants it out, but he can't figure it out. But they mentioned the swans, like in the on the cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When the tides roll in, when the trapdoor starts to swing, when the swans have sung, I'll be myself again. And yeah, swans are on the cover of Yellow. So that must, hold on. Let me just look at that a little bit.
Someone's got a knife to one of them. Was it a crown of?
Okay.
Well, she had a crown of something. He had like the
Yeah.
needles in his head, or what was the?
Yes, there's needles in his head, and then there's I think there's poppies somewhere in the sleeve. There's usually poppies around.
Mm.
Maybe that's the type of flower on their head. And then yeah, there's a goose or a swan. Can't really tell.
It's a swan, I think.
Oh, like a black swan, right? Black swan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very swan neck.
Okay. So yeah, there's that's the thing. He tries to weave in like his lyrics to his kind of imagery. So yeah, this one, you know, another really, really good song about addiction, or, you know, I guess talking around that, you know. And then we get to Twinkler, which is it's definitely like a high point, I think, on Yellow. It's a fun little bit.
Yeah.
Here's Twinkler.
Though I'm laid to ground, I will walk age and sound.
Yeah, I love this one being here, kind of in the midst of all this kind of dark stuff, because it's like kind of like a positive moment, you know, to like try to give himself some kind of motivation to maybe rise above the addiction. Though I stand in mire, I will speak distant fire. Though I'm laid to ground, I will walk age and sound. Which, like, you know, I think it's kind of like a cool idea. Like maybe he's just talking about like his music, like living beyond him, regardless of what happens to his body. You know, it's psychedelic, man. It's
Oh,
real,
yeah.
real psychedelic
It's
track.
a very almost like Gregorian or not.
Yes.
It's like there's a chant quality to it.
I wrote it's like their music. They take their music as seriously as a sermon. Is what I
Yeah.
wrote down.
Right.
Yeah. And this is where they are very similar to the Felix Culpa. I talked about it a lot on the listen through, but both John Dyer Baizley and Marky Hladish from the Felix Culpa both are really intense songwriters that make it, vague enough that you can kind of apply it to yourself, and are also both visual artists as well, and do their own visual art. So like,
Nice. Yeah.
very similar songwriting styles, just like different genres. And I think they like each other. I think they get along.
Yeah.
Honestly, like a Baroness tour with Culpa opening, dude, that'd be a fun time. I know like 12 people out there are really excited about what I just said. But by the way, Marquise Hladish, I should mention, he is making music again. If you're a Culpa head like me, he is making music and playing some shows again. So find him on Instagram and go support him. What were we talking about?
You're talking about Twinkler.
Twinkler. But yeah, in spite of his struggles, he'll live on through his music. I just like the phrasing of it. It's like, a mantra he's like repeating to himself, and in the midst of all this darkness. But yeah, maybe like March to the Sea is where he like decides to maybe get off of drugs, and then the rest of the album he's kind of dealing with like trying to do that. Maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's usually, sometimes that's what it takes, is like literally someone dying
The fallout from all of it.
Yeah, before you're like, oh, I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then maybe Little Things is kind of where he's feeling bitter about doing the drugs.
Yeah.
While he's just seen this friend die, and maybe he's still doing them. And
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in Twinkler, also, very obvious, but like, like a star in the distance, like a light in the distance, it's like, it's just a little gleam of hope is shining in to hopefully get him through and get him out of the addiction. But then this next track we got for you, it's not looking good. Cocainium is the next track. We'll see how it goes.
That's one hell of an element.
That's one hell of an element. It's the fastest element on the periodic table. Here it is.
I wonder what the atomic weight is.
Definitely in grams.
Yeah.
Take me down easy, I can't stand the sight or the smell. Harder and harder and harder and harder to tell.
I don't know if we mentioned it yet, but John Dyer Baizley is playing the bass on this album, and he's fucking killing it.
Yeah.
That blows me. Well, it doesn't blow me. I get it. Guitarists generally, when they jump on the bass, are able to just fucking rip it.
Yeah.
And bass players hate it. But that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is fucking ripping it on the bass, dude. I'm really impressed.
Yeah, and it really sets the tone for how bass sounds in the next couple of albums, really. With their new bassist.
I'm a big bass and drums guy. If the bass and drums are like solid and they're like locked in, like that's kind of usually the bands that I like the most.
And that's no offense to Summer Welch, but I definitely think that the bass was taken up a notch on this album for sure.
No offense to Summer Welch. No, I don't know. I don't know what Summer Welch is doing.
Yeah, we don't know.
I hope they're fine.
Yeah.
Judging by the darkness and stuff. Anyway, so cocainium is not a real word. They mention in the notes here.
Oh, thank God.
Yep. However, the suffix is often used to refer to a place where a certain action takes place. Example: a gymnasium, sanitarium, terrarium. Therefore, cocainium lightly refers to a place where the narrator goes to take the cocaine.
Yeah, coke den.
Supported by the lyrics in which the narrator references being behind windows and doors.
I suppose.
I'm in my own cocaine prison.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
But dude, I
don't-
love it. Almost all the lyrics, you know,
Yeah.
except for like one. So thank you again, Jesse Bergen, for all of the notations.
Yeah.
I hope that I hope they listen. I don't know.
I hope he had.
Maybe
fun
we
with
can get
it.
Jesse on.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're obviously a huge contributor to Genius, as am I. Anyway, oop. Okay, there he goes. There he goes.
Genius.
But this is I have a nice note here besides the bass stuff. This is like one of the rare bands that are in a very special category, which is like I purposely don't listen to them for long periods of time, so that when I listen to them, it just hits so well. You know what I mean? It's I feel so excited, almost like hearing it for the first time again.
Mhm.
So
For a band like this, do you do like an album here and here, or do you, when you get in, do you go through like the whole discography?
I usually just binge the whole discography.
Okay.
Like, I mean, well, until like I'm done with whatever tasks I'm doing.
Well,
I
of
usually don't
course.
get through the whole thing, but
Mhm.
sometimes, yeah, for over several days, I'll like, you know, go through the whole thing.
Nice.
And yeah, this is definitely one of those albums that like I did listen to a lot the first couple of years I heard it, and then like I put it on, you know, kind of put it on the shelf and was like, all right, I'm gonna bring this out when I really want to jam, you know.
For sure.
So yeah, I'm edging music. Fucking gross.
I definitely just binge their music a lot, but
Yeah.
that's just because I'm like
Mhm.
obsessed with this band. But
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see where I'm at in my notes. Oh yeah, and this is a part of him. Okay, so this track we're getting to, we were talking about Cocainium right now, the song that we're talking about right in this moment. Let's just start doing that in the podcast and just extending it longer and longer and longer. Listeners will love that.
Double, triple space.
Yeah. I think if we get past 2 hours, we get a penny or something. But yeah, he's I think still struggling with the addiction, and he's kind of, this is like kind of the self-loathing track, I think, you know. Let's see. Take me down easy. I can't stand the sight or the smell. Harder and harder and harder and harder to tell. And yeah, I don't know. Like, it's really like raw and rough, you know. Put me to pasture. I can't stand the sight of the smell. Show me no quarter. I can't stand the sight of the smell. I think he's talking about maybe himself, like the sight of himself. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Well, it says take this on an empty stomach. Maybe Maybe he's having. Maybe the drugs are starting to make him feel sick.
Well, yeah. I mean,
or maybe this is like a moment where he didn't have it. I don't know. It could be either or, but really, I mean, it sounds like he's not having a good time with the drugs.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. Like when an addict, it's never about like fun or whatever necessarily. It's about getting back to the baseline, you know.
Sick body, sick mind.
Yeah. So he's still in that sick place, you know. Cocainium. He's still in Cocainium, the place like the gymnasium, but for cocaine. This next track we got for you is Back Where I Belong, and this is a good one. I like this track. Here's Back Where I Belong.
There's no difference between poison and the cure. When the one tastes so great, it's a crying shame that I'm back where I belong.
hey, maybe with that, when the one tastes so great, it's a crying shame. Maybe he's
Is he
like
talking
with
about
this.
this,
Well, he was feeling sick before, maybe,
like the morphine, maybe?
and maybe now he's like,
He said sweet morphine earlier.
yeah. Maybe he's talking about how like he's gotten back on one of these many different opioids,
Mm-hmm.
and when the one poison
Yeah.
or
I do think.
there's no difference between poison and cure when the one tastes so great it's a crying shame.
Yeah.
He's talking about the poison.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Well,
poison,
he mentions that earlier too, because he like compares the pharmaceutical to the forbidden thing on the windowsill. You know what I
right.
mean?
And maybe
Yeah.
poison and the cure. There's no difference between poison and the cure. Maybe it's like
Yeah.
there's poisons that are or like we
Well,
call
this is-
heroin poison, but
Yeah.
when people are allowed to take Vicodin for
Well,
their
and
pain.
we got to remember this is also in 2012. This is like kind of peak opioid epidemic, and right
Mhm.
before doctors started to like prescribe it less. You know, obviously that hasn't completely gone away or anything, but
Mhm.
like it's something that a lot of people that, you know, didn't completely need pain medicines were cut off of those pain medicines because of the fact that they are so addictive and damaging.
Mhm.
So
Well, verse 2, here's the rub. There's no difference between poison and the cure. Maybe he's so fucked up he can't tell the difference between the band, the poison, and the cure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny you
There's-
brought that up. There's
Yeah,
actually like a meme.
there
I
is a
think-
meme, yeah.
I don't remember who created it, but somebody in the
Yeah.
Baroness fan community made a meme of John Dyer Baizley looking at the various album covers
Yeah.
of Poison and the Cure, and he's like, "There's no
And-
difference between these pictures."
Yeah. And I have decided I don't usually change the thumbnail for the podcast episode, but I am going to change it to that meme
Yeah.
for this episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
And one's so great it's a crying shame, you know.
It
Which
is.
one is it? I'm not going to say. I don't want to take favorites.
Yeah.
But okay. Get serious for a second, guys.
Yeah.
Now I'm back where I belong. I think that is very telling. That is a very like shame on me kind of like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Like I let the addiction get back to a place that I said that I wouldn't. And you know, and the fact he says where I belong shows where like his head's still at and his self-esteem is still at, you know. Yeah, it's sad, you know. And but the chorus, the last little bit here, it ends with like a kind of positive note. I don't know what he's like doing here. It's almost like he's maybe letting go and thinking maybe he's trying to like go too far and like overdose or something.
It might be because it ends with this very like heavenly
Yeah.
and the chorus with him saying it almost sounds like he's talking about like memories.
Yeah.
And taking me to a hazy Sunday morning, like
Or like maybe he's like when he says I touched your eyes and or I
heard your eyes and I touched your tongue.
Maybe he's talking about like his friend that died in March to the Sea. Like he's like on the brink of death or something.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah,
you know, but
Mhm.
like he comes back.
Yeah.
With sea lungs.
What is the other guy say?
Jesse Bergen?
Yeah, what does he say about that chorus at the end? What does he have to say about that?
Let's see. Oh, here we go. We got a lot. Okay.
Yeah, we might.
It's
have
unclear.
To not
It's
make
unclear
too
what the
many
narrator is
stops.
referring to here, but some possibilities are. The narrator is looking back on a fond memory with a loved one. This might be reflecting on a time of sobriety when the narrator felt happier, or reflect on a pleasant feeling that the narrator is chasing by taking the drug. Given the psychedelic nature of Heard Your Eyes, this could represent the narrator getting high on a Sunday morning. The narrator may be imagining an idyllic scene following their sobriety where they simply enjoy a Sunday morning with their loved one. I gotta disagree. I think we were right.
Yeah, I think we were more right.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, we'll have to put that in later, I guess. This next track is Sea Lungs, though. And let's see where our hero goes. Yeah.
It's weird. They have so many dancey beats and songs. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's very dancey.
Yeah, you could
It's very
definitely
gallopy.
move to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, going along with the ocean metaphor or whatever.
Mhm.
This could be potentially a time when they're very, coming back from the trip you're talking about, the last track,
Mhm.
where he's like on the brink, let this breathe in deep, let the sea fill your lungs. It's better to brace for death than die for a promised land. Ooh, that is just dark.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally like being like, what's the point in even
Yeah.
trying to get clean?
Right.
You
Well,
know?
in the last verse too, before that, he said, or yeah, verse 2, he says, "I've petitioned the deep for water to keep me clean." I've always felt like he's talking about, like, basically drowning,
Yeah.
and he's having to ask for the water to keep him clean. It
Yeah.
reminds me of how, like, Tartarus is doomed for eternity to he's basically swimming in a whirlpool, and he's also, like, really thirsty.
Oh,
Or maybe is that Tantalus? I can't remember if it's Tartarus or Tantalus.
I can't remember.
Oh,
either.
Tantalus, because he's being tantalized to drink
Ah,
from the water, but he can't drink the water. That's the one. I'm thinking
that makes
yeah.
sense. That makes sense.
I
very
think that's the one.
titillating.
Yeah.
That's very titillating. Yes.
Like,
Um,
it's like being on a boat that's on fire. Like,
yeah.
well, we're fucked, but there's so much water around us. Why don't we put out the fire? Oh, we're gonna flood the boat. Oh, fuck.
But the fire's keeping us warm.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're drowning.
I'll
But
never
fire's
let
keeping us warm,
go.
but we're drowning.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. And then I think this might be. Oh yeah, this is from the perspective of the sea, verse 4. Why so sad? Your tears are no match for mine. I am eternal sea, and you are a drowning man.
Yeah.
You're drowning in me.
It's like the other side kind of grabbing him and trying to bring him into death. So yeah, I think he is like, I think at the end of the last track, he's like on death's door. And then like this track, he's like kind of fighting his way back, from that,
Poseidon just taunting him.
Yeah. And then, I love, it's like very like mythological kind of sounding. And then we get to Eula.
Which stands for End User License Agreement.
So yeah, that's
No,
one
it
thing.
doesn't.
A couple people have mentioned this, not just Jesse Bergen, but we got let's see. First of all, EULA, short for eulogy, which I think is actually what it is. But it says, alternatively, EULA is an acronym commonly used for End User License Agreement, a contract agreement to the terms for a product. Throughout the song, the narrator reflects on the responsibility of their own addiction, so the title may refer to the idea that the narrator knew the consequences of drug use before they started using.
That is too nerdy.
It's a little bit, that's like way too much of a stretch.
I don't think that's where John was coming. Like, I just...
he doesn't seem like a...
He's an elder millennial. He might even be Gen X.
Yeah.
So I don't even think that he would even think in that way.
Yeah, it's a very interesting place to go.
I don't know the guy personally. Like, I talk about it.
Yeah,
it's parasocial.
Yeah,
but I've never seen in any
perfectly
of the,
valid explanation. But
I don't
or
anything, any indication that he would. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I always thought that the first one is free, came with a contract. Maybe you didn't read the fine print.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe
true.
his
I'll sign it.
His heroin dealer didn't. He didn't read the contract for when he picked up his heroin. The fine print.
Dude, it was like 300 pages long. There's a lot to read here.
It's like, this shit is addictive and will kill you. It's like in the fine print. It's like, why are you even telling me this? But yeah, for EULA though, I got a couple of clips here for you. Hold on. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what order to do this in. So, I got 2 clips from EULA, and then I have another clip that. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I'm being cagey. There's a bit from this song that sounds kind of like 28 Days Later, the theme. So I have a bit from 28 Days Later theme and the bit from EULA, so we can compare them. I just can't remember which clip is which.
We'll figure it out.
you hear it? Did you hear the 28 Days Later thing?
Now, wow, 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 wow.
Where. So here's that.
Yeah, it's a similar progression.
Yeah. Which is, just parallel thinking or whatever.
Yeah,
But I just
right.
noticed that because it always reminded me of something. I couldn't put my finger on it, and then I was like, it like came to me. But that song is by In the House. The song is In a Heartbeat. I just noticed that I finally like figured out what song that was that it was reminding me of. And then I have one of my favorite parts of this track, which is the I can't forget the taste of my own tongue part.
And I can't forget the taste. Can't forget the taste of my own tongue.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the end of Yellow before we get to Green, and I think this is a really fascinating song. As far as like the lyrics and stuff, one of the most I think the coolest lines as far as like the themes going throughout the album is when my house becomes a cage and my neighbor turns away, it's my own blood. And when my bones begin to break and my head begins to shake, it's my own blood. I think that Jesse Bergen is, I think, also mentioned this idea that this is the like withdrawal song. This is the song where they're like completely going through withdrawal. Because it starts off with like, settle down, this won't last long. I've been out and I want back in, so why not completely fade away? And what I was gonna say about the blood thing. What I like about it is when it's my own blood. I think they mean basically like, my blood is finally pure. My blood
It's
is
not
finally
adulterated
free
with
of drugs and impurities.
Yeah.
Like regardless of all the bad shit that I'm dealing with, it's my own blood now that I'm dealing with, not something that I can't control.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? There's another line. Oh yeah, and then can't forget the taste of my own tongue. Similarly, I think earlier in the album he mentions his tongue in a different context, and now I think it's in like a positive context. Like, I don't know, like now I can taste my own tongue, maybe, or I don't know. I don't know if that's necessarily what it's going for, but
Yeah. I kind of see it as, like he's like you were saying, the purity of his own blood, and
yeah,
can't forget the taste of my own tongue is like maybe like he's not maybe he's just like finally like um at a resting point of like not thinking I need to just be putting like consuming to like the drugs to
mm-hmm.
like I can finally forget about the taste of the pill in my mouth or the
Oh
that as I
yeah,
choke it down and
right.
yeah.
Kind of like looking backwards at his time doing
Yeah.
all of that.
Yeah, and this is not I don't think this is true because it would be insane, but it says, "And if I had a heart, I'd waste it on you." There in Golden Gray, there's a song called Tourniquet where he says something about having an artificial heart. And
Oh,
I was like wondering if he's like,
Huh.
"I've got an artificial heart." And I'm like, what if he actually had? But I mean, he doesn't.
maybe he knows someone that
Yeah, he could
like
know
went through
somebody.
that
Maybe
or something.
it seems like he's mentioned this before with a heart and
Yeah.
yeah, he's
Well, because if it's literal, it's like maybe he had a friend
Yeah.
that like died because they couldn't get a heart or something.
yeah, it could be, or yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't expound on that stuff, so
Mhm.
we wouldn't know. That's a good observation though. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that we are going to take a quick break before we get to Green. We're halfway through the double album. Instead of doing 2 episodes, we're just going to do it all tonight. And when we come back, we'll see what our hero's doing post addiction life, you know.
Nice.
So, yeah, we'll see what happens on the album concept hour. Be right back.
He's pushing the button.
I'm pushing the button. Welcome back, everybody, to the album concept hour. We're here to finish off Yellow and Green by Baroness. And we have a very special track for you guys. This is the Green theme.
Sonically, probably one of my favorite tracks.
Yeah.
Dude, this is probably my favorite Baroness track, and my fiance is not super keen on this band, but she likes this song, and we're gonna, once we finally get married, we're gonna have this as our walking down the aisle, because I just think that it's got that vibe. It's so triumphant.
Yeah.
and-
Especially like the beginning.
It should be like
part,
after the
and then-
ceremony when we both walk out.
yeah,
like,
maybe that could. Yeah,
One of
even that
those.
is-
Yeah,
one of them.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely like it's like very triumphant, very hopeful.
Victory.
Yeah,
And like I finally, now that I like know the themes of Yellow, I understand why it's triumphant and why it's like victorious and more major chords and things.
right.
Like this is someone that survived addiction and withdrawal from one of the worst drugs around.
Yeah, and saw friends die, and
Yeah. But I mean, they're not completely out of the woods. There's still, some other stuff to deal with in life, but like it is like a triumphant moment for the main character, if you want to call them that, the protagonist. But I do want to mention that there are some other fan theories for this album that go outside of the kind of addiction fan theories. I feel like Yellow in general it all kind of lends itself to that. So I don't really see much of the war stuff in Yellow, but I can see what they're meaning if they're talking about Green. Let me see if I can find it though. Okay, here's this is from Far Change Low. First they posted, I have my own crazy personal theory on Yellow and Green. I hope I can one day discuss with John over a mug of beer. I believe the album tells a story of a soldier who gets injured on a military front and opts to go back home, where he sits shell-shocked and traumatized, hoping for the war to finish instead of healing and going back to war. Yellow. So for him, Yellow is just war in general, which similar stuff's going on as with addiction, I guess, just internally.
Different traumatic.
Yeah. Let's see. Things go awry when his side is losing the war, so the battle arrives at his doorstep and his city is destroyed, and everyone he knows is massacred by the enemy forces, Green, thanks to his fear/cowardice. And then, this person, Quasimodo, is like, this feels convoluted to me, almost like the Hotel California is about a mental institution stuff that became so popular. I don't want to ruin your interpretation of if that's how you feel, that's how you really feel, but I just really don't see it. Can you maybe expand on it a little bit? And Far Changelow does expand on it.
Yes, that is an expansion.
He's got an expansion. I'm just going to get to the part where it gets to Green, I think. Third section. Here we go. Bored of my house through collapse. He tries to enjoy a common life in the countryside, away from the raging war overseas. Take me away from the ocean. I've already gone away. I'm already gone. Take me up north to the bluegrass, horse meat, and pharmacies. I'm already gone. Unfortunately, the enemy is winning the war, crossing the sea and approaching his homeland. It's too late to ignore the storm ahead. A tower of ashes and sawdust will lie where the casualties were made. In the last section, he just accepts his fate and watches his city and his loved ones getting killed and destroyed. He's too traumatized to fight back. So I'm getting a little ahead of us, but Yeah, this dude's got a pretty strong theory. I like it.
Yeah.
Far Change Low, he comes out back with a strong theory, and Quasimodo's like, hey, I really, really appreciate your effort in explaining your outlook. It's a neat idea.
That doesn't happen very often on the internet.
I know, right? This is just a wholesome interaction.
I fully expected his response to be like, You're fucking wrong.
Dumb. This is dumb, stupid idea. You dumb.
I hope you get downvoted into oblivion, dumbass.
Yeah, right. I hope you get downvoted into oblivion. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was nice. I thought that's like
internet friendship.
At least as far as the Green album goes, I can see where they're coming from. Like, I don't see the Yellow album that way at all.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's really much to lead to like actual war stuff. But the Green album, I think, yeah, definitely some stuff going on. Yeah, let's get to that next track though. We were just in the intro here. This next track, Board Up Your House, one of my faves. Here we go. Okay, one of my favorite bass lines on the album, I think. Just like,
yeah,
he's almost doing lead on that bass. Anyway, Board Up Your House, man. Yeah, it could be about a war though. You know, going back to the war thing. You know, board up your house, like lock up your kids. Like, it's like the song probably lends itself the most to that theory.
Right. So I've had this theory on this song already for a while that I think it's about. So he's talking about boarding up the house, right? Hide your boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do when a hurricane is coming?
Board
up the house with plywood on all the windows.
Yeah.
And if you go to the beginning, it says, "Take me away from the ocean, already gone away."
Yeah.
I'm already gone. He's like, I'm getting out of there. I'm getting out of Dodge. There's a hurricane coming. He says, take me up north to the bluegrass horse meat and pharmacies.
Yeah.
He's going from
inland
Georgia to Tennessee, probably.
Yeah.
He's going to have a horse meat burger at a legal horse meat stand. He's going to listen. He's thinking about the bluegrass he's going to listen to, and they're going to go to, pharmacies is maybe like, maybe that's a little bit of the opiate, but it's a little bit silly idea, but I feel like that explanation could hold.
Although I like your explanation, I am gonna have to just disagree with you. So
maybe it's Puff Daddy coming in.
It's definitely got a different connotation.
Well, so I was just gonna mention though, like water is a really important part of this track. And this is my 2 cents that I haven't seen anyone else make specifically, but like the water analogy changes in this track. Like in Yellow, anytime they're talking about water or the sea or whatever, it is addiction, it's drowning, it's getting into that. But the thing that recontextualizes this is where is it? We wanted what's best for our sweet little September castaway. I'm already gone. She's floating in acetone, covered in bruises and common colds. I'm already gone. Talking about like the big change in his life, especially in the real life, is between the two albums. He did have a kid. They were born in October, but I think September just sounded better. Mm-hmm. But you know, framing them as a castaway, as like someone that's both like coming out of being from the womb and in the water of the womb, you know, into like the water of like life, you know, the turbulent waters of life. So like, I see this song as them recontextualizing what water is and what that means, as far as like the themes of the album go.
Yeah, I can see that. And yeah, she's floating in acetone. I don't know for sure what.
I don't know exactly.
Maybe like a little bit, because acetone is used to remove nail polish, but it having a daughter covered in bruises and common colds, like
talking about like just kind of childhood stuff.
Exactly.
They, go through in
acetone.
General.
It can also probably be used to No, I don't think it can be used on wounds, but whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
Maybe acetone sounded better than ethanol or
Yeah.
whatever.
But also, it makes sense to say, "Take me away from the ocean," like he's getting away from the sea that he just escaped.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, they're saying exactly what we're saying. But yeah. One more thing that some people mentioned. I think maybe in the Reddit thread, but I'm not sure exactly who said it. Was that they thought that maybe the hide your boys and girls, board up the house thing is kind of talking about like hiding his past and his addiction, his history with addiction and stuff. So he's talking about kind of hiding himself from the kids.
Yeah, maybe boarding up the
A little
house. The house is a metaphor too for maybe his.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a drug house of sorts.
Yeah. Because part of the reason I think that because like we get to mountains, the crown and anchor, and for me, I see this to mean like the family is both the crown, meaning like a great positive change in his life, and also this anchor or like kind of ball and chain that is, holding them down in a way. And there's like kind of a tension there. So there's that.
Those stolen flowers inside your gut will take you away. Steady the hand that lays the child to bed.
I just gotta say, with the commentary specifically, that this is where I'm starting to feel. This is around the time when I was starting to feel like this guy might need a competitor because
This is when I stopped reading. Yeah, I stopped reading their.
Look at You're Never Awake, though you don't seem to sleep at all.
Okay, hold on. Where is it at the beginning?
Yeah, click on it.
Referring to someone who has passed out, and then has a picture of someone passed out
with a bunch of beer cans.
Come on!
I'm just at this point. I'm
Jesse
like,
Bergen, you're not even trying anymore.
Are you being? Serious?
Oh wait, no, this is Kyle Berry. Okay, someone else got in here.
God damn!
Oh wow. Okay,
never mind. It's not Jesse. I'm sorry. I didn't.
He saw an opening and took a shot.
I thought for sure all of them were Jesse. So hold on, let's see. Maybe he got in here. Kyle Berry. Okay, he's getting some action here. Beer is made with hops, which are female flowers.
I think he got.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, maybe he's just trolling.
Drinking and taking care of the baby. That's it. That ain't right. What the? Hold on.
It's got a meme of Mr. T.
Barbiturate is a kind of barbiturate used to. Hold on. Is this Kyle Berry? Okay.
Oh my God, he's trolling.
Hold on. I've become a fan of Stephen King in the last few years. I watched Breaking Bad on and off from the beginning. And my favorite band. Hold on,
it's his favorite band.
Oh man. And then hold on. I gotta follow this. What do we got next?
Yeah.
The Crown and Anchor is a common name for bars and pubs.
It could be.
This guy rocks.
Yeah.
Maybe the three words are Crown and Anchor since boys can't go to bars yet. And then what quivers and shakes? Alcohol not only makes you feel bloated and sluggish, but you can also feel as though it's tearing away at who you are. Addiction is often a theme in Baroness songs.
Kyle Berry.
That one was kind of more genuine.
Maybe he's just
maybe he's coming down
fun with it, but he also likes it. I don't know.
Treat seizures. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Steady the hand and barbiturates.
Dogs are coming in, and I'm starting to like when it's just steady the hand that lays the dogs to rest. I've been thinking about how earlier I was saying something about a connection with dogs and take my bones away, and maybe.
This also okay. We gotta see.
It just gets a little silly on the
his final word here. Barbiturates depress the central nervous system and can have a variety of effects, including mild sedation and total anesthesia. Because of this, they were used as hypnotics or sleep aids. They also have analgesic or pain-killing use, but it is minor. Lastly, they are addictive both psychologically and physically. All right. I don't know that has anything to do with the lyrics that they
Yeah.
Anyway, we appreciate all of your guys' contributions. I'm just excited that we had someone else contributing. That
Well, what
really
do we think?
really sidetracked me, guys. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I just had to get to the bottom of that.
There is no bottom; it's bottomless.
It's the sea.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh no, what I was saying earlier though. You know, I think that this is the line here specifically. Those stolen flowers inside your guts will take you away. Kind of talking about maybe like the fact that I don't know, their innocence is gone, but they're trying to be a parent, you know, like they got this like dark black hole inside, but they're also trying to be a parent. And then I like the line, steady the hand that lays the child to bed. That kind of reminds me of like, I don't know if they're saying something about like not being, you know, aggressive or mean or whatever, you know, like if you're going to be a father or whatever, you have to have a steady hand and not, you know, be quick to like violence or something. I don't know.
Yeah, or it could be that there's still some sense of like withdrawal and they're trying to
shaky.
Yeah, still shaky. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, what quivers and shakes, what fills your stomach and clogs your veins, what claws do scratch at your wooden limbs and tear you away. But yeah, and then the outro has got there's a lot of really nice outros in this album, you know, where they have kind of mantra or something.
Yeah, we will never sleep. I think it's just, I think they're really,
maybe his like insecurities and his anxieties, like they'll never actually drift completely away.
Mhm.
Like they'll still be there
something
somewhere.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one was a little bit harder for me to, and especially when I had the distraction from that other annotation.
Yeah. It's the hard left from all the other annotations we've encountered.
Mm-hmm.
But this next song we got is a really, really great track. This is Fool Song. And yeah, here it goes.
It's too late for babies to beg for their beds. It's too late to ignore the storm up ahead. It's too dark to see my way out now.
I like the opening line, that fool who digs his own grave, I'm still trying to find my way out.
Mm-hmm.
It still feels like dead inside, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and then if it's the long way, I'll sleep in this bed I've made. Like, and if I do happen to live long, I'll sleep in this bed I've made, even though I feel like death. Yeah, I think this is about like parenting and trying to like, I guess, push down the like negative trauma that you might have coming to your parenting styles, and trying not to, you know, put that on the next generation or whatever.
Or if you had like just maybe shitty parents, you don't want to do your best to like not continue that.
Yeah. End the cycle if there is one.
And at the end, he says, "And when we finally awake," which makes me feel like maybe they're kind of like sleepwalking towards the end, and then like they can sacrifice themselves like in some way. I don't know, because we'll burn our bodies on stake.
Okay.
Stakes.
Yeah. I was hoping there was something useful, but it's more shit from Kyle.
It's Mr. T again.
He hopped in on the final parts
for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's called Fool Song though, because like it's a fool's errand. Like they're not actually addressing their trauma or like processing it yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's basically, he's basically
Yeah.
saying like, I'm going to go on this sleepwalking path until I literally burn out.
Right. Yeah. I like that. And then we get to Collapse, and here's some of that.
Whistle and a hum. Watch the good folks run. collapse.
Dude, don't you love that droning sound?
Mhm.
Like, there's...
Yeah.
yeah.
Also,
Like a quagmire.
Yes.
yeah,
Giggity.
this is note how this is like one of the first ones where there is no annotation.
Yeah, this is the only one. I mean, besides the instrumentals, I think that does not have.
All right, let's get on it
any-
right now. Put something in.
I know. I don't know what to put in though.
But I think eventually I might add something here. But
Yeah.
I feel like you were
Yeah,
saying
we need to own this song.
Yeah, I think this one for me at least rises above the commentary and of the drug stuff a little bit, and it almost sounds like he's referencing things that happen in
Mhm.
society almost. And
Yeah, definitely.
because he's talking about there's one part where he talks about the city needs a lynching, and I don't think he means literally like needs a lynching, like
Yeah,
when the pipeline starts to flowing,
yeah,
um
yeah,
and he's talking I'm interpreting it as like an oil pipeline, or like go up a little bit more into the previous verse 2.
yeah,
Like the bullet shell whistle, then I'll hum, watch the good folks run. Like I'm thinking about
yeah,
like mass shootings with that. I don't know if he's actually trying to make that kind of commentary, but like
No, I think that I completely agree. I think that this song is about like more just kind of about the state of the nation in general,
yeah.
or the state of the world maybe, but
Mhm.
like it starts off, we're all soured milk. When you look in the mirror, we collapse. And like kind of just talking about the kind of the frailty that we actually have.
We all have an expiration date.
Yeah.
But like also we're just like we're weak-minded when it comes to our ideals. Like we not to talk shit about people that are documenting ICE stuff, but like there's more people filming than there should be. Some of the people filming should be going in and doing shit.
Right.
And they're talking about that. I think the fact that like just looking in the mirror, we collapse. When our finger's on the trigger, when we have our finger on the trigger and we're like have the upper hand, we still collapse. So it's just kind of showing like I don't know, like lost opportunities.
And maybe this is all just like describing also a world in which he's raising his daughter.
Oh yeah, like maybe reflecting on like what they see
a
coming.
Baptist and a baby were rolling in the weeds. Yeah.
Yeah, gross.
Water in the well.
Yeah. Yep. This one I don't understand at all. Keep her spirit well. The tar pit, baby's father will lay her out to dry. So your guess is as good as mine on that. And yeah, if you guys have an annotation, you get there first. You can own this track, dude. You can tell people whatever you want to mean.
I'm gonna write a 10-page essay on those lyrics.
Yeah, there's so much. There's a devil in the eye of every man. Here's another track though. Oh, speaking of the devil, Psalms Alive. Here we go. God damn, that drumming really brings it together. This is one of those songs that really, really grows throughout the track. Like it just keeps getting more and more kind of intense.
There's even like elements of like the drums going.
Yeah.
It's almost like not electronica, but like remixing going on.
Oh wait, is this the track where like the noise gate is really harsh on the drums?
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, there was like one
it's more
song that
like
had like interesting.
The first part of it
Yeah.
has like more like hip hop oriented drumming.
Yeah, the drums have some effects.
The effects on them.
Yeah.
More like a hip-hop.
As the drum
Yeah.
type of drum you'd hear in the background of a hip hop beat.
Yeah. But not in the actual beat sense. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It could.
Yeah, maybe,
this guy. I'm sure this guy could make a beat for some hip hop.
Beatboxing.
R.I.P. though. But yeah, this song starts with I am the nail you can't strike. I am the spear that will run you through. Maybe going from the last track, we're getting on to kind of more straightforward, like what the more problems that he's seeing. You know, he's seeing the bells toll for the apocalypse, maybe, and then I mean, this is probably a track that contributes to the
War, your front door.
the war idea.
Yeah.
Which is surprising that they didn't. That person from Reddit didn't come here and make some notes about it.
Yeah.
Well,
I honestly think that for me it sounds kind of triumphant. Gloria is probably from like Gloria in Excelsis Deo.
I do like the way he says it.
It's like all glory to
Gloria.
all glory to God or
Yeah.
whatever, and like there's a religious element to it with the Psalms a lot.
Yeah.
I almost feel like
the
he's
Bible belty kind of.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds like he's inspired, and it's very happy in the beginning, and I think it's basically like he's basically like deciding to roll with the punches, and he's gonna fight for what he can, and
yeah, it is kind of like a almost like a rallying up kind of.
It says, "I am the nail that you can't strike. I am the spear that will run you through."
Yeah,
maybe he's talking about literally himself on that.
Yeah, like he's gonna do what it takes to protect his kids or something. Well, and like we got here like 2-bit prophet sways and pulls a price from everyone. Feel the heavy hoofbeats pound across the land. The sins of our forefathers lay within our clutching hands. Watch the plane pass over. Hear the call to arms. The golden trunk of morning made me straight my bended knee.
Maybe he means just a very fancy way of standing up.
Yeah.
At dawn.
Yeah. Well, also like okay, so this is coming from the last episode. There's something they described as the duality of the Southern thing. And it's this whole like kind of thing they talk about a bit where it's like, the South has both this horrifying reputation for, both slavery and racism and in general. And but there's also these cultural things that come from the South that are beautiful, and music that comes from the South that's beautiful, and things like that. So I think that's something he's like not directly grappling with here, but you can kind of see that like tension a little bit since they are from the South. They are from,
and I don't want to
right in the middle of that.
I mean,
Savannah, Florida, is it?
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, they're from Savannah, Georgia originally, and I think also, I mean, I'll mention it in the last track a little bit, but there's a little. I think there's also kind of a sense of like when they said going up north earlier, there's almost a sense of like leaving the ocean. Maybe he's also talking about leaving his home state, leaving the scene in which he had those bad habits.
Yeah.
And just creating a new environment for himself.
Well, yeah, I mean, looking forward to like the last track or whatever. That's like, a way.
It's just like an instrumental, but yeah, I'll talk about what I feel about it.
Yeah, I think we probably are feeling the same way. Let's get on to Stretch Marker though, track 16 or track 7 of Green. Here's that.
The song just makes the song is like audible biscuits and gravy. It's like it's very Southern. It's very
very
bluegrassy. Yeah. It was the first song. The first song that they played together after the accident. John and Pete were kind of doing acoustic stuff, and they played that together.
Yeah.
And shared that with the fans.
Yeah. It's a really, really yeah, powerful little track.
Mhm.
Considering it's just an instrumental, like you really feel some things, feel a certain way, you know.
Mhm.
And I think Stretch Marker, you know, probably inspired by the fact that he just had a kid, maybe, and you
Mhm.
know, dwelling on another aspect of that. He likes to talk about, or he likes to put like fertility things in his art.
Yeah, he does.
Like
Yeah.
there's a sperm going into an egg in most of the album covers,
Mhm.
is what I read. And I noticed it in at least two. But not like really obviously, but yeah, he likes to put those types of
He-
symbols in there.
He likes to put his sperm into an egg, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
for the sperm into an egg.
Hi-yo!
And have that egg
Yeah.
grow into fruition, into a full grown baby, and then he has that baby.
Right.
and
But
then
yeah,
it's
you're
his
right.
son.
Hey, got
Yeah,
any
like-
eggs?
Every cover has some, yeah,
Yeah,
and it's all women that are voluptuous.
yeah. Check out the covers if you're not normally you don't know much about Baroness, but you like some good art. Go look at all of their covers. They're all really, really worth just looking at. They're really beautiful. Oh, and then we get really one of the best tracks. One of the really kind of pulls it all together. We even get Jesse Bergen back as a contributor
Yeah.
on this track. So welcome back, Jesse Bergen. We welcome you. Kyle was kind of he got old pretty fast. Here's a little bit of that track.
Walk the line between the righteous and the wicked. And tomorrow I'll be gone. And tomorrow I'll be gone.
Oh yeah, you know I had to pick the end of that one. Oh wait, I spoke too soon. There's more stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is. But yeah, that is the penultimate track we got on this album, The Line Between. And there's a lot of like statements kind of made, like almost like declarations of like triumph and understand all these lessons they've learned. And yeah, it's a very cool I don't know, ender of the song or ender of the album that kind of pulls everything together into one cohesive kind of lesson.
Song and color.
And color. Yeah, they even mentioned
Wrapped up with a green ribbon.
yeah, a little green ribbon. Yeah.
There's a
What are you
lot.
thinking?
There's a lot about this song that I'm thinking personally. Like, the first verse, I kind of agree. It's kind of he's saying like I don't think he's very overt about any spiritual or religious belief, but it seems like he is saying in the first verse like, I may not know if there's a heaven or a hell. Um just but he's realizing that he took life for granted. That's when he's
Yeah,
saying you
right.
take, and that he will take everything good and bad.
Yeah.
The line between the righteous and the wicked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And tomorrow he'll be gone. I think he's kind of like what Jesse is saying in this, actually. He's saying
Yeah.
like tomorrow I'll be gone. Like, yeah, why would I worry about tomorrow when I have today, kind of thinking.
Yeah, which like shows a real change of thinking from Yellow. Yellow, they were just ready to let go and die.
Mhm.
And they finally like have a realization, have something to live for, and understand that they've learned something, and that they're not righteous or wicked. There's something in between, and that's fine. Feel the light of day, feel it fade away, kind of shows the fleeting nature of feelings.
Mhm.
And yeah. Oh, and when the bandage lifted, our scars were newborn. We still felt everything. But I have taken this for granted. Please don't take it all away. So like he still feels all of the pain and everything, but like he values that now.
Yeah. And I also think one other interesting thing that I kind of noticed recently is he says I tasted silver and I tasted gold, and
Right.
he was talking before in Eula about how he can't forget the taste of his own tongue, and I think
Yeah.
maybe he was like lamenting on like just he knows he can like he feels the flavor of the drugs in his mouth, but now it's silver and gold.
Yeah.
Silver and gold. Silver which I also think is I
Cornelius.
think that the meme of fucking Mr. Bean looking at somebody else's paper and like copying them. I feel like he Mr. Beaned himself later by basically like, hey, maybe I should, because he didn't want to do an orange album. They did all these
Right.
colors,
Yeah.
and silver and
And
gold.
everyone was expecting
Yeah,
orange to be next,
right.
and
But
myself included.
Yeah, but he said that he thought that it was like traffic cones and like hunting equipment, and
Yeah.
so yeah, um, I think he kind of took that from his own lyrics and thought maybe that's a good idea for the instead of orange. But anyway,
I do want Baroness
digress.
orange one day.
yeah,
John Dyer Baizley. Don't think you've gotten out of it. There's still one more color.
yeah,
But yeah. Really, really good like lesson in general though, you know, as far as the concept of it. I love this track so much. It brings back the energy too. I was mentioning during the listen through, like we have a few songs that are, you know, a little bit less energetic, and then this one really brings back like the same energy of like
of
take my bones away,
Yeah.
march to
Mhm.
the sea, you know.
It's like a bookend.
Yeah. Like and yeah, if you're looking at it like onion or whatever, it's yeah. Well, yeah, or bookend, yeah. Duh, you just got it.
Yeah.
This next track though is
The final track.
is I think, you know, his kind of to what you were saying a little earlier, his kind of like ode to his home country maybe before he moves on.
Yeah.
So here's some of that. So good.
Mhm.
It's like I love it because like it's a whole like 3 minutes, so like you really get to like sit with it, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really appreciate that.
Yeah. And I think just I'll try to keep it brief since we're trying to wrap up here, but I think in my headcanon, my lore, I think also so after this album, they obviously have the accident, but I think he was probably planning to move to Philadelphia already at this point, or
Hmm.
at least move away from that region because and and um and so yeah, I think he's also in this song kind of like I'm leaving behind the place where I have all these memories,
Yeah.
good and bad. Um and if I forget the low country, forgive me or something. Yeah, like
Yeah. Well,
it's like
it's like it's
it's like an ode to the southernness.
it's a very like almost like old world, like almost like Irish or Scottish thing to sing, but like in the US.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just getting things ready for the next segment. But yeah, we do got to rank this thing. That is what I'm prepping for here.
Getting the artwork ready.
Yeah. I think for the purposes of formatting, I will just use the yellow album cover.
Because that's the standard at this
Yeah,
point.
it is. It is. People will be confused if I put it all up there. So yeah, we have the let me put this on the screen for you guys. Here we go. And here we go. So we got yellow.
Yellow and green.
Where did I just put that? Oh, here it is. Here it is. We got yellow. I don't want to go first.
I really think that it's probably now that you've told me about the conceptness of it, I want to leave it open to interpretation, but it seems like a lot of there's strong candidates for conceptness. I want to say it's either a high 4 or a low 5,
Okay.
but it's almost on the verge of like, because it's so open to interpretation, and I don't know if that's actually, it's not the stated intent of the album, so that
Right.
takes it down, that takes the conceptness down a little bit. I don't know
Right,
what
right.
y'all
There's
think.
not like a mission statement or like confirmation that it's a concept album, but like you could definitely make connections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's fair.
There's
That's fair.
and you're right too, that like in the canon of Baroness, there's a lot of, even between albums, references to other things. Like I even made my own references, so it's like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's probably intentional to a degree, but
yeah.
to what degree is that conceptness? Like so.
Right. Like we've obviously gone with like mostly like at least I have gone with the theme of like addiction and then recovery for Yellow and Green. And it definitely, you can definitely slot that in there, but like we were saying though, the war thing, I think I didn't probably give enough attempt to flesh out as much, but there's definitely, it's just because it doesn't connect with Yellow as much, you know what I mean?
Right.
But what about you, Dave? I'm curious.
So I would say mid to high 4.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I was thinking 4.5 to 5 as well. Pretty much echoing Nate. I think the only thing it's probably missing is just any sort of confirmation that it is.
What about put it between
War of the Worlds?
Put it behind Ziltoid, but in front of Leviathan.
Ooh, that's a really perfect place for it.
Not to say fuck you to
they
Mastodon,
feel right at
but
home, I think,
yeah,
between these guys.
Yeah.
They
get along.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a fair rating for Yellow and Green.
Because I know that Leviathan was a Moby Dick story, but there's also meanderings from that, and I think
I think you were on that episode, maybe.
I might have been.
Or maybe that it was either you or Scott.
Yeah, but I think Scott was on that one. But.
Yeah. But
I think Kyle would agree.
Actually, wait. No. Put it behind Leviathan.
You want to put it?
Yeah, I want to put it. Yeah. There we go. That's better.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Between Leviathan and Good Kid, Mad City.
I feel like that's the threshold of true conceptness right there. Like you're starting to get it.
Yeah.
Because I still think that arguably, I would argue that Ziltoid is a low 5 for me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But I think that that's the beginning of when you see the real...
Yeah, I don't remember our reasoning behind it when we voted it on that. Scott was mad that I didn't put it as 5, but
yeah.
I was late to seeing his comment. But I think that's a really good rating. It's going to be a high 4 for us. I was pleasantly surprised that this was there was as much a concept stuff to dig into, because I've been listening to this album for over a decade.
13 years.
Oh my
been
God,
out for 13. This album is 13 years old.
Jesus, if it doesn't
feel like that.
That's so weird, because it's wow. Okay, we're getting old, man.
Yeah.
We're all Asian. Anyway,
we're all
sour
Asian.
milk.
We're all Asian now. Yes. We welcome our overlords. I don't know. That didn't mean anything. But thank you for listening to the Album Concept Hour. Thank you for listening to Baroness, Yellow and Green with us, and we'll see you guys next time.
The Album Concept Hour is Brad LeBaron, Dave Gallagher, and John Aker. Special thanks to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the theme music. Join the discussion on our Discord. Or for everything else, go to Linktree/Flyover State Park. See you on Side B. This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.